Welcome back. This morning we are tackling summer brain drain. This morning we are joined by Michelle Segalin, CEO and founder of Successful Study Skills for Students, to talk about ways you can maintain and even build academic muscle even in the summer. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Stephanie. A pleasure as always.
Of course. So we're talking about building academic muscle. I love that. It's kind of like we're going to the gym or pumping iron. How do we make sure that our brains are just as strong?
Exactly. So it's a statistical fact that students over the summer, they lose their academic muscle. They come back to school, they're not as strong. It takes them 3 to 4 weeks to kind of get back into the swing of things. So the first thing is to recognize that learning is a process. It's not just an event September through June. So we want to recognize that and kind of get on top of that so that when we start school, we're not starting from way back of the finish line.
So what can we do as parents to make sure that that happens?
So the first thing is that you want to make a plan and you want to stick with it. Now, it's the 4th of July. Nobody really wants to think about schoolwork, especially when school is just finished, but a couple of times a week, some sort of academic work could be very useful in maintaining that muscle tone.
What are you talking about in terms of academic work? Are we talking about getting some workbooks out, or are we talking about going to a museum and experiencing something?
All of that, and going to a museum, doing some maybe some science experiments, traveling, helping with schedules so that you can get some executive functioning skills in there, work on some time management. And of course, the most important thing is to read. And it could be reading for pleasure, it could be reading ahead for school. Read anything. Read things that you wouldn't normally read. It could be the news, it could be sports stories.
How do you get your kids to read who are not big readers? I think that's probably the biggest challenge.
Yep, I had that little bit of that challenge as well, but incentives work great. And
what kind of incentives are we talking about?
Well, you know, putting a chart on the refrigerator, and every time a book is finished, a star, and X amount of stars gets a pizza party or a super ice cream party or sundae, something like that. Just something to keep the kids motivated. The other thing that I find works very well with many families is to start a family book club where the family chooses a book, you all read it together, you ask questions. It's a great time to gather around the barbecue at night and just be very casual and relaxed about it. And if you make it fun and less of a chore and more of an event, something to look forward to, I think everybody can get into it.
I think you're right. I think that's a good idea, making it seem like it's a party, not necessarily a chore, even though we're kind of taking our medicine at that point.
Exactly, exactly. And if the students can choose their own book that they're interested in, then that makes it even, you know, more motivating for them.
That's great. Thank you so much, Michelle Segalin. Some great information.
Thank you, Stephanie.
For more information about Michelle, just head to our website, WTNH.com, click on the On Air tab, and pull it down to the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section. We'll be right back.